It's time, you guys, to cover a topic of overtraining. Now, before I start this episode, brothers, this is no excuse to, start being weak and coming up with reasons to not work out, okay? This is only for men that are extremely hard-headed, or even as this recent girl I met, 3 times a day. That's who this is for. But more importantly, you guys, understand this, alright? I have released a fair amount of fitness episodes. Go check out Back Finisher Challenge. If you have excuses to work out, listen to this episode. And also, the low row episode. But the whole tangent I want to get to, simply put, is overtraining is a thing, okay? And from my my honest thoughts of Wes Watson at Fresh and Fit, I said that I would release an episode on overtraining. So let's just start the podcast. And guys, listen to me real quick. Check the show notes. Alpha Body Boot Camp. All right? Because if you don't, I won't be offering you this special promo. Guys, this special promo is exclusive for members of the Masculine Mindset community. But also, more importantly, if you listen to my podcast, I will give it to you. That is, if you email me. Email me, adamscott@masculinemindsetcoach.com. Brothers, that promo is not going to last that much longer. All right, let's start the podcast. You are listening to the Masculine Mindset Show, a podcast for men to develop a backbone, a masculine purpose, if you will, and get more physically attractive, and even become more mentally healthy. All you men listening, I turn nice introverts into fit, self-entitled savages, if you will. And you might even become a little cocky as a result of your G status. More importantly, you guys, I also show you how to flirt and date more women and seal the deal. Just look at the show notes. They are all on my blog articles. Let's get into the content. Damn, I had some pretty good pita chips. That is, if you heard my Low Row podcast, my friend from the Jason Capital community hilariously called me the pita chip personal trainer on the outro. Oh, that was a good episode, you guys. I like that one. Now, listen to me real quick. Just listen to me. I get my cravings, you guys. All right? You see me on my podcast starts with abs, but guys, I'm telling you, okay? I can eat like a full bag of pita chips. That's how fucking addicting they are. But anyways, side note, guys, listen to me. I'm just like you when it comes to certain foods, but I'm just wise to not eat sugary foods, okay? Pita chips is not really terribly bad for you. But again, guys, avocado brownie recipe on my blog. All right. Side tangent. Fuck. All right. Overtraining, you guys. Overtraining. It was an episode on Wes Watson at Fresh and Fit. But you guys, listen to me. I really don't want to... I know exactly what you're probably thinking. Oh, you are in that guy's community. It doesn't matter what communities I'm in. It really doesn't. Bottom line is this. I have my own community now. My own. Now, bottom line is this. If you listen to my interviews, I've met those people from that community. But back to the fucking topic at hand. Overtraining. Brothers, listen to me carefully, okay? Because some trainers out there, right? Some trainers I've met, they love to tell their clientele, or even push their clientele to the limit of almost puking, or worse, even getting them to throw up. And you guys, I'm going to let you know right now, that is something I don't condone. Okay, I don't condone that. Now, wait a second, Adam, I thought you say, work out as much as you can on your schedule of Alpha Body Boot Camp. Guys, listen to me. I only encourage you to follow the advanced schedule if you are advanced in your fitness level. I have a beginner plan,
and an advanced plan. Now, I want to really get down to the fucking bottom line of my point here. My point here is this. You have your own fitness level. As my client Gabe told me, Adam, your program is very scalable, and I love that. It's very scalable, and I love that. All right? His words, you guys. I didn't say it. He said it. Gabriel David. He gained a visible muscle tone. Just go look at my Instagram. You can see his transformation. Now, I believe in my fucking trainings, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. So, check the show notes. Alpha Body Bootcamp. Now, overtraining. Fuck, I had to work in that plug. Listen to me, brothers. This is how I make business, is through my podcast. So, let's keep fucking going. Guys, listen to me. I want you to start paying attention to how you train. Why? Well, because overtraining is very real. It is. And you can sit there and say, oh wait, Adam, I thought you should push yourself to the limit of puking when you do conditioning training or something like that, or like jump roping or high intensity interval training. No, you guys. No. Fuck no. In fact, I would encourage you to do heart checks, heart rate monitor. I actually had a very earlier podcast called Leg Finisher Challenge Re-Release. It's a good one, you guys. Because, guys, listen to me. I showed that challenge to members of the GP community, and they honestly said, wow, Adam, that's intense. Yeah, you guys, because I am intense. I'm an intense guy. So you listen to how I train, you guys, how I train. It's no wonder why I'm actually associated with that community, because I train like an intense motherfucker, okay? And if you go through my trainings, you'll realize that really, really fucking fast. I don't play games. If you train with me, I will make you work. Now, let's keep moving forward. Overtraining is this, you guys. It is insufficient recovery time. Insufficient recovery time, followed by training. Not to mention, it has negative adaptations. I have a full graph showing this on my overtraining article that you can find in the show notes, okay? In the show notes. Now, brothers, I remember getting certified in personal training, and when I was watching that section on overtraining, I realized, wow, this is a thing. And not to mention, you guys, there is a story I want to tell you real quick. I actually told this story on a very early podcast called The Number One Reason Why You're Not the Expert in Fitness. I'm a bit intense in that podcast. Fair warning if you find it. But the teaching behind that episode is this, you guys. The teaching behind that is this. I used to tell myself, Adam, I don't need to get a personal trainer. I used to tell myself that. And what happened? I hurt myself. And I had to find a physical therapist. And she said, Adam, you're telling yourself these bad limiting beliefs. Guys, there are limiting beliefs in fitness. Okay? Start telling yourself that you don't need a trainer, then you're going to end up hurting yourself. Fair warning, I did hurt myself. I pulled a back muscle, and it was very painful. It was extremely painful. In fact, I felt that searing pain all throughout my back, you guys. It was through a core exercise. But what I want to say to you guys is, please just do me a favor and watch how you train. Because if you don't pay attention to the way you're moving your body, for example, I will watch some of these people at the gym working out, and it honestly pisses me off because I see these people, they aren't even focusing on the quality of reps that they're doing. Instead, they're on their fucking phone. Guys, listen to me. You wanna know what really annoys me? Is when you, the listener, you have the nerve to look at your phone in the middle of your fucking workout. Now, the only time that you see me do this is when I'm writing down my sets and reps. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking at my sets and reps because I believe in writing down your sets and reps so that you can track that shit. So that you can basically track the weight that you've been doing deadlifts on, for example, and increase your deadlift weight. Now, again, you guys, little side note, I prefer stiff leg deadlifts over regular deadlifts because it hits the hamstrings. Now, listen to me, guys. I'm going to give you some effects of overtraining. Let's get right to it. Man, that was a tangent. What are the effects of overtraining? Physical symptoms: persistent muscle soreness and chronic fatigue that won't go away. A noticeable drop in your performance and endurance. You're getting injured more often. And even minor injuries take forever to heal. Sleep disturbances and insomnia. Digestive issues and changes in appetite. Okay, I'll break that down one more time. Persistent muscle soreness and chronic fatigue that will not go away. A noticeable drop in your performance and endurance. You're getting injured more often. And even minor injuries take forever to heal. Sleep disturbances and insomnia. Digestive issues and changes in appetite. There are emotional symptoms too. Like, wait, what, Adam? This is a Masculine Mindset show. I thought you say, don't get into your fucking feelers. Guys, listen to me. This is shit that happens when people overtrain. So, just listen to me right now. I recently connected with someone named Rachel. Yes, sometimes I train girls, but tangent is this, you guys. She told me this. Adam, I had anxiety and depression. Like, oh, okay, this makes a lot of sense because you're using the gym as an escape. When you use the gym as an escape to avoid problems, then yeah, you're gonna have anxiety and depression. Just letting you know right now. That's the fucking facts, okay? Sometimes, you guys, the gym can be an addiction. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Okay? Don't get addicted to working out. Have some hobbies. Now, the next emotional symptom. Irritability and mood swings that make you feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster. Loss of motivation and interest in training. Feelings of burnout and exhaustion. So, this right here, you guys, is when I encourage you to take a deload period. I answer all of these questions on my ebook, Alpha Body Blueprint. Take a deload period if you feel like you're reaching burnout on my program. Okay? I encourage that. I really do. Now, behavioral symptoms of overtraining. Withdrawing from social activities and relationships. Relying on more substances like caffeine and nicotine. Decreased productivity and performance at work or anywhere else. Basically, is interfering with your daily life. Changes in your appetite and sleep patterns. Now, do you see, you guys, why I titled this podcast, The Effects of Overtraining? This is what it can do, okay? Guys, I'm going to let you know right now. If you do high-intensity interval training, I encourage you to get a heart rate monitor. You can get the heart rate monitor on my blog, okay? Reason being is because if you do not track your heart rate, you can and you will overtrain easily. Guys, I lost a friend years ago. He did a very intense exercise, heart attack. Please do me a favor and get a fucking heart rate monitor. Now, guys, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to let you know the seriousness of overtraining. So, another big point I want to make, I want to call out all of you idiots that are training clientele and you push them to the brink of puking. You fucking idiots. You fucking idiot trainers out there that do that. Stop that bullshit. I'm telling you, your clientele, when they get sick, I wonder how they stay working with you because that is fucked up. That's honestly really fucked up. Now, another thing I want to mention on trainers that do this, look, I know a few people that do this, but the point is, you guys, that's how they train themselves. They don't do that with people that they train, but there are trainers that I've met that have done that, and I am like shaking my head. I'm shaking my head because that one trainer that I'm talking about, he's in an insane good shape. He's in really good shape. And a lot of people out there, they will go into comparison mode. Okay? Most people will go into comparison mode. However, here's a huge sign that you've improved in your life and you no longer go into comparison mode. That is, you start competing with yourself and you stop competing with others. Now, let's keep fucking going. Guys, I really want to wrap up this podcast because there's a lot to cover here, okay? Overtraining syndrome defined. OTS, okay? I am getting this from ACE, so I'm going to give credit to that. All right? ACE, constant intense training with inadequate recovery time and lack of adequate rest. All right? Now, this is something that I want you to consider. Again, guys, I will sometimes get people watching my TikToks as well. Okay, a long time ago, I actually had this guy. He commented on my parallel bar dip post. And he said, yo, I really hurt my shoulder doing this move. And I asked him, well, what happened? And he told me, I did 500 dips. Shook my freaking head. 500 fucking dips. Come on, guys. Don't... This is an example of what you don't do, okay? I do promote health and fitness, but doing that many dips, come on. Come on, man. Come on. Listen to me. When you do dips, you gotta do them the right way. Like, bend the elbows, don't go too low. When you go too low, you hurt your anterior shoulder. Fair warning, if you go too low, you will hurt your anterior shoulder. Again, watch how you do the exercise, okay? Now, let's keep fucking going. What causes overtraining syndrome? What happens when you push your body past its limits without giving it the time it needs to recover? For 1 second, you guys, just do me a favor. Imagine running your car nonstop without ever changing the oil. Eventually, it's going to break down, okay? Overtraining syndrome, or OTS, is like that for your body, okay? It's caused by a mix of too much training volume, intensity, frequency, combined with not enough rest, nutrition, and mental recovery, okay? So, I appreciate you guys for working out, even if you're not doing my program, but really consider this. If you do too much training volume, too high of intensity and frequency, not enough rest and nutrition, Rachel, I'm talking to you right there, okay? Rachel, listen to me. If you are training 3 times a day, you need to eat a lot. You really need to eat a lot. Now, I want you to think about this, okay? I really want you to think about this. If you're constantly hitting the gym hard, skipping meals, and not getting enough sleep, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Sudden changes in your training regimen, skipping the warm-ups, or even your cool-downs, for example, and poor sleep habits can all contribute to overtraining syndrome. So, that's a big point I want to make, you guys. I promote SMFR. What is that? Self-myofascial release. I'm going to give you a huge tip on recovery. Please start foam rolling. Buy a foam roller. Guys, every time I train my client, Jason, him and I both hop on the foam roller because we know how important it is to foam roll your body. So, I want you to start listening to your body. Just listen to your body, all right? I want you to do me a favor and just focus on your recovery, especially when you feel like you are overtraining. You should probably take a deload period. Take a deload period. I touch upon when you should take a deload period. I also have a recovery week on my program, you guys. Again, I answer all of my questions in my program. Now, I know you're like, Adam, why are you freaking talking about... Guys, I believe in my fucking program, okay? It's that simple. Now, let's go. Do me a favor and leave me a 5-star review. Okay? Now you know the effects of overtraining. Now, guys, consider your health overall and not just being in the gym too much, because I know people who have spent too much time in the gym, like 3 hours. Brothers, that's not what I do. I'm in the gym. I know sometimes I have abs on top of push, or like abs on top of legs, but I'm honestly in the gym for about longest 60 to 70 minutes, and then I'm out the door because I do have a lot of rounds of abs. Now, peace out, you guys. Leave me a 5-star review.